What's good, everybody? Welcome to Whole Views. Thank you for clicking that thumbnail. My name is Corey. Today we're going to be doing a trailer reaction for Maxxxine. So I haven't really done a whole lot of trailer reactions recently, but Maxxxine is one that I'm actually really looking forward to. I wanted to see this thing come out. I thought it would be last year, but I think the writer strike kind of slowed down production on this thing. If you look on the channel, you'll see that I'm very high on X. I really enjoyed it. I'm not as high on Pearl. I thought Pearl was not well done as X was. I really enjoyed X, and Pearl was just okay. But I'm looking forward to Maxxxine, and I really want to see what we get here. So you'll see the reaction, and you'll hear more thoughts on this trailer after that reaction shows. So let's take a look at it together. If you like that type of thing, subscribe to the channel, and let's get to it.
So, Maxxxine. Your agent tells us you're quite a popular name in adult film and entertainment. Is that correct?
I wonder how much sex is going to be in this.
Curious, did you always want to be in that line of work? Always wanted to be famous. If you need to read off the sides we gave you, just go ahead, all right? I love the last.
Ooh-wee.
She turns to the camera and, through her trauma, addresses the lens directly.
85.
Name 5 celebrities who got their start in horror movies.
Jamie Lee Curtis, John Travolta, Demi Moore, Brooke Shields, and
Maxxxine fucking Liz. Night Stalker guy knows.
The Night Stalker.
Night Stalker.
Night Stalker.
Okay.
Terrorizing Los Angeles.
This is different from what I expected.
So set up a bad girl in Hollywood.
Maxxxine. I'm the private detective. I had to find you.
Who is that? Oh, Kevin Bacon.
Very powerful man. Fast. Ain't finished with you. It's gonna keep knocking at your door. Tragically, another victim of the Night Stalker. I knew 3 people who were murdered in 3 days. I'm pretty scared. What are you hiding, Maxxxine?
Is there going to be a twist in this?
I'll tell you something with the confidentiality.
Ooh.
What'd you do?
This is the defining role of your career. What is going on in your life that's interfering with this picture? Social. Identity.
Ooh.
Maxxxine.
You're a fucking movie star.
My goodness. This looks really good. Okay. So have a lot of thoughts. So one thing that really stands out about this to me is that I thought that they would go the route of Maxxxine being the killer. It doesn't look like they're doing that immediately, but then at the same time, there could be some type of twist where she really is doing the killings and she don't necessarily know it. I'll also say if they don't do Maxxxine as the killer, that kind of lines up with X, except she already lived through like one slasher event and like now she's living through something else. And I say that and I'm wondering because we saw the year flash, right? 1985. And my thought immediately became, all right, what year was X in? I thought X actually was late 70s. I didn't think that it was in the 80s quite yet. The scene that really stands out in marking it as a 70s film to me was the dress of everyone. You know, I remember Jenna Ortega, she had the big bell bottoms and like the little flipped up hair. You had Maxxxine with the flipped up hair. Was it Maxxxine? I think it was Maxxxine with the flipped up hair in the beginning of that. You also had Kid Cudi who had the fro in like the powder blue suit and all that stuff. And so everything about that movie to me screams 70s, and this is 85. So I'm wondering how much time has passed between this and that. I also think about the tape scene. You saw a tape flash on screen and she puts it in and then she goes into like, I need to tell you something. And so I'm wondering, is it any of the like the police stuff that they had from the first movie X now showing back up in this movie here? I don't know. It's really interesting. I think that having a horror trilogy where they show the initial film and then the prequel and now back to the the sequel to the original film. I feel like this is unique. I don't necessarily remember a horror genre coming out with a planned trilogy like this. The only one of recent memory would be like Fear Street, but that's in a whole different realm, and that was very intentional from design. This is again intentional by design. It's just it feels more unique and honestly quite better, more well crafted. That's what I want to say. More well crafted with the X, Pearl, and Maxxxine films. I've also heard whispers. Maybe I would have to Google search and link an article if I could show it here. But I think I heard Ty West say that he's not necessarily finished with the story of everything with the conclusion of Maxxxine. So there may be more in the bag for these characters, or more that Ty West wants to spin off and bring to life. Uh, I like the direction that we got with the first two. Don't have a problem at all with the direction or the dialogue or the characters that we're going to get in this third one, because he's been consistent in that way. I just thought that Pearl was a little bit more psychological than I wanted. And it wasn't even a psychological thriller. It was just more like psychological. This person is crazy. Whereas with X was a real deal slasher. And I feel like looking at the vibes of this one, you look at the trailer, they got the combat type knife and the blood splatter. Like it feels more like an old school slasher, So I think it'll be pretty good, and I think I'm gonna enjoy it. But let me know your thoughts on the trailer, as well as the whole trilogy of films, the X, the Pearl, and all that stuff in the comment section. And that's all we got for this one, y'all. Enjoy yourself, guard your heart, go watch something good.